to go. Nobody likes it. It's still the name of the show.
Yeah.
The podcast that is writing history now. On the top of the charts and everyone talks about.
Right.
I know that the players might not be the same, but sarcastic humor is still the name of the game. You know who they are and who I'm talking about. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
so you better shout out now. Nobody likes onions up in your hizzy. Nobody likes onions. Learn it to like it ain't easy. Nobody likes onions. Still in your motherfucking hizzy. Nobody likes onions. Just by the name, the girls get busy. They started at 2 and now they're more than 5. They got bigger and better at coming at you live. Matching everybody just to get in the mood. Still talking about TV and food. And if a good old name calling is what you need, tune in for the bad podcast of the week.
Right
At nobody likes onions up in your hizzy. Nobody likes onions. Learn it to like it ain't easy. Nobody likes onions. Still in your motherfucking hizzy. Nobody likes onions. Just by the name, the girls get busy.
Heard it. Come on.
Just by the name, the girls get busy. This ain't entirely true though. Live it, Patrick.
Hi, welcome back. Wow. What a long day. You know, I just wanted to have a chill time. Chill AF time. Guys, don't forget to vote for Landry. District 4, Tulsa, if you happen to be there. I'm actually a little nervous to give his district out because I just don't want people like showing up there. You know, I'm afraid people will. That's Thai Rivera. It's my Thai Rivera impression, everybody. Yeah, guys, I'm going down to Denny's for lunch. I don't want to tell you which one because I don't want it to get mobbed. Holy shit. Real broadcaster like Joe just pisses into a Snapple bottle under the desk. Hashtag amateur. Thanks, man. That means a lot. Coming from someone pretending to be my dad. Welcome back, everybody. If you don't remember, we were covering some Thai Rivera podcast stuff. Thank you for sitting tight. Ty spreads COVID like he spreads AIDS. Sure. All that stuff. We love the good Thai. Hot shit. It's great. All right, so we're going to dive back into it. Let's get the old podcast back up on the big board. I forget where we were, but I'm sure we'll get right back into it, and I'm sure it'll be super pressing, important, and hot tyke. Hot tykes.
I did not waste time. I did not dilly. I did not dally. I went ahead and jumped in my car.
I love it when a person tells me they didn't dilly and or dally. I like when they break it down.
And I was like, come follow me. I had, person pick me up, or follow me to the mechanic shop, and I had to drive.
And if you're wondering, why I'm hiding off camera so much this show, and I absolutely am, it's because I'm just getting high as fuck. Nobody wants footage of that. Half the time I'm coughing, I'm hitting the cough button, I'm muting. So mostly I'm hanging out with you guys. I hope you're having a good time. Hanging out. We're just watching an idiot delude himself. Okay? And thanks to, I'm getting a lot of encouraging messages from comedians. Stay strong. Fuck this guy. People hate him. And I like him. I'm actually a really big fan now. Everything I follow him on, though, because I have different I have different Instagram accounts and stuff. And I log on and I click follow him because I want to keep up with him. Blocked immediately. So he doesn't like people telling the truth.
in that hot ass Arizona sun, but I needed to get this done because for me it's uncomfortable. For Bijou it's life threatening, and a lot of people might think that's dramatic, but when the AC fully went out and we were, about halfway to Phoenix at that point, my poor little Bijou was panting so hard that I really started to worry about her. And I had plenty of water. I always keep plenty of water in her bowl.
Be more of a stereotype. Like, I can't believe what I'm hearing even.
With water when we're on the road, because we've been on the road a lot, so it's not like we get caught in a lot of situations where it's like, oh, we're fucked. It's like, no, I plan for pretty much everything because me and
Is it gay? Is it gay? Is it gay? I don't know.
and so that's Bijou's car if you ask me. My little puppy. But I was really worried about her because she was panting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't sound like an older, fully adult man. This sounds like a guy with no confidence. It sounds like a guy who's been molested. And I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm just saying, like, you hear it, right? Like, there's not an older man shouldn't be like, and so Bijou likes to get her. It's like, excuse me? Like, I don't know what's happening, but I have to get Ty and I booked on a show together. If there is a comic listening who can help, if you book a show or have a room, I need now, urgently, you to put me in touch with your friends. Let's pull some strings. I like to have a comedy battle royale with Ty, challenging him. We'll do a roast battle. He said he hung out at the Comedy Store all the time when the roast battle was just getting started. Everybody knew him. Everybody was his friend. So he's no stranger. Ty and I, we don't even need a live room. Let's do it online. I'm going to issue the challenge now. Ty and I, online roast battle, like 3 rounds, face to face, Zoom to Zoom. All the proceeds go to the winner's charity of choice. So nobody's in it to make money off anybody else. We'll do it live so nobody can, play with the time codes. I mean, if you don't do this, you're kind of a bitch, right? Because I think a lot of people would want to see it. It would kind of a little bit bury the hatchet. I feel like we could kind of even laugh off after this because it's like maybe this was it all along. They were in a thing. I don't know. I would give all the money to autistic dog research. And you could give it all to whatever charity you make up. I assume it'll be makeup. That's a good idea, though, right? Like, come on. You can't tell me we do $10 tickets. Sorry for stuttering. It sounded like Thai. Who knows? Maybe I'll knock whatever's loose in your head back into place and you'll fucking be normal. I think we do it. We get other comics to host like a roast dais so they can roast us both. All the fat jokes to me, all the bipolar retard jokes about you. I really think we're onto something. I think comics would love it. I think fans of comedy would love it, and fans of whatever the fuck it is you do would love it. So I would like somebody to make that poster up. Please make sure. I'll tell you what. We'll put Nobody Likes Onions on it for me and for you, we'll put Unbothered by Thai Rivera on it, and we'll even put it twice. We'll whip up the poster. Moody, if you could get on that, I don't know if you got a Weebly account or something. We're going to need a landing page with a lot of pop-up ads. And I say, like if I don't hear from him, like within 24 hours of this show coming out, and people really tweeting him and making him aware of it, we set up the day and the time and the place. We make the Zoom public. We come on the stream. We just sit and we wait for him to sign on. He either does or he doesn't. And you remember how tough he was when he was retweeting that tweet by Shane Gillis, calling people a pussy. Like, imagine that dude walking around being like, pussy. And then you don't show up for a charity event. This is for the goddamn kids, Ty. You don't even have to wear a mask. Wow. And I want the headlines to read: Thai Rivera turns down children's charity comedy tournament. Whatever you call them.
Yeah, squeeze!
I'm a supersized hero.
Hero!
All right. I just like, you play that. It's a palate cleanser, and then we can get back to Ty. But I can't believe he let those kids down when he turned down that charity gig. Oh, where is it? Online? I can do it from my house? No. It pays $25 too little, and it's 400 miles too close. For me, I'm a real comic. The way my air conditioner needs fat.
Hunting so much, and there was nothing I can do about it. And like I said, we were about halfway to Phoenix at that point. So if we had turned around and drove back to Vegas, we would have been just as screwed as if we just continued on to Phoenix. I was like, I got to make it to Phoenix, but I knew that I definitely could not risk her on the ride out there, especially knowing that that's the situation and how her little body reacted to it. I couldn't take that chance with her. I had to make sure that car was, that the AC was back up and running. And so, I went right
Up in my arms, oh baby, working on charms, and I'm cooler than De Niro.
like 4:30 p.m. and dropped the car off, and he was like, yeah, give me a full day with it. And then the following day I hit him up around 2 p.m. just to get some progress, because it was going to take them.
He's doing it again, and you wonder why his tweets and shit are so boring. It's like, this is not like, after that whole story about him getting the deal at the garage, now he's like giving you the itemized play-by-play of how he got it. So then I took it to the garage at like 3 p.m. and I left it there overnight because he said he was going to need it overnight. So that's what I did. I left it there overnight, and then I got a text from him. He said to come over to the garage. So that's what I did. I got a ride from my friend. I went over to the garage, and then I got there at like 2:15, and then it's just like, I'm not the police asking for your whereabouts on the night your wife went missing. You can't really be this bad at talking. Come on, man. You're worse than the memes of Karens. It's bad, dude, right? I'm not crazy. You guys are here. If I'm being too harsh, you let me know. But this is I know I'm high, but this is the longest, most drawn out stuff. Fuck.
Overnight or whatever, whatever they had to do to have it ready. Then I was, like I said, I'm trying to be as easy as possible because,
Yeah, like you said, bro.
But also I have to arrange for a ride and stuff like that. So, I'm trying to get an idea. And the guy was like, or actually it was a lady that answered. It wasn't the guy that I dealt with. And she was like, yeah, which car is it? And I told her, and she was like, yep, looking like it's supposed to be done around 4 p.m.
So I called the place, and the guy was like, hold on, it wasn't a guy, it was actually a lady who answered, and she said, it's like unimportant with Thai Rivera. That should be the name of this podcast. It's like, yeah. I picked it up. It was a little later than I thought it'd be, but I got it. End of story. If you can call it a story. Like, this is bananas, Ty. Hey, jot that down in your notebook. By the way, this party he went to the other night where he did 10 minutes, he brought his notebook. And a woman on Facebook, this is fucking great. A woman on Facebook was like, hey, thanks for the video. This is that shitty cantina, batting cleanup for the fucking Hoover Dam tour bus driver. It's 4 hours into this podcast and we're halfway through. Yeah. Yeah, bro. 420. About to hit it. And square. I forgot about this. This is great. He he shows up to this party. He brings his tripod to record the set. He gets word from a friend that we've got somebody taking photos at the party and leaking photos. So he decides to not record the show. Then he goes online. He says, couldn't record the show. There was no place to put the tripod. It's a house, There's plenty of places. 17 people at this fucking house party watching comedy. Whatever. I have no idea. It didn't look packed. There was plenty of room. By the way, there's plenty of room where people are standing taking photos of you, sending them to me. So I think there's room for your tripod. You didn't want to put the video up. But it leaked out. We found out about it. And then it came out that you brought your notebook to the party. And we may or may not have some photos of some of the banger jokes that couldn't wait. Hey, I'm going to this house party. They're going to be wanting new stuff from me. People always want new stuff. 1.8 gear ratio for Ty. Patrick content. Yeah. I like that. But fuck, right? Like, this guy is so full of himself, but also so deluded about it. Like, I love that he thought if he gave out the name of this garage, they would get swarmed. I gotta make sure it's okay. Hey, are you guys okay with a dozen people hearing about your business? I don't know. Can you do half and half? Like half now, then slowly roll it out like a beta? Dope. Bring me his head on a spike.
So I was like, okay. And, I was like, if you guys don't mind, I'll be there at 4:30. And I did it that way just to let them know there's not a rush. If you guys need a little bit of time, to make sure that you could do what you have to do, then I'm perfectly willing to deal with that. And so I went and picked up my car. I got there at 4:30. The guy was ready for me. And it was, my AC's running cool and I'm happy.
Oh, my God. So, just say I got my AC fixed in my car. He's like, I took it to the place when they said to take it there, and then I left it there for them, and then they called and said it was ready, and then I went back and got it, and I got in, and then I had turned it on to check it, and it was running good, and so I did get it fixed. It's like, I can't, bro. Were you told like you get a piece of candy for every 20 seconds you talk? Or is this what you think comedy is? Because you get, it's a crutch. This isn't like a joke or a slam. When you talk in that lispy voice, it's that's a crutch. And people will laugh. So I got in the car and rolled up the window and was like, damn, this AC is cold. It's like, you'll get a laugh off that. And all you said is, I got in my car, rolled up the window, and damn, this AC's cold. It's like, that's not a joke. When did this comedy turned politics podcast turn into Yelp review cast. Right. Like, it's crazy. He's all over
You know, my life, it just, like, sometimes
Okay, where do you think he's going with this? I like this game. My life, it's just, I think he's going to make, because he got this hookup at the car place, is like, he's going to make this like, you know, my life is just different than you guys. Like, when you travel on the road and you do shows and like people know you and you're kind of famous, things just kind of fall in your lap. I live like a different, like an exotic. It's like, and also like any of us that like work in this environment, we've all done this kind of stuff. So it's not like this is like original, like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all gotten free shit from fans. Like, get over it. Like, say thank you and move along. You sound like a 10 times bigger douche by just, guys, what can I say? I get hookups. I'm kind of a fucking big deal. Like, get over it. Like, stop bugging me. You're not going to make me feel bad about it. It's like, no one's talking about it. Like, move on.
I wanna, like, and every once in a while I do fall into the trap of being a little bit bummed out or being a little bit depressed. And I've talked about that on this podcast a couple of times, several times probably, you know. But when it comes to the way life works out now, I really don't get depressed about a lot of stuff because I always feel like things will work out. And sometimes things get worse before they get better, but things always do work out. And that's why I try to tell people all the time, like, yeah, I know there's a lot of things frustrating you, and I know that there's a lot of things that seem wrong with the world, and I know sometimes it feels like the world is going to hell in a handbasket, but the truth is things are getting better. If you look at
I didn't see it coming. You know, that's why I don't worry, because things always work out for me. So I always tell people, like, so it turned into about him having wisdom and giving advice, which is like, oh my God. Like, can you imagine? Please, like, because I you know, I got to be a little bit mad at the comedy community here in Vegas. You know, it looks like I'm going to be home for a year solid, so we're going to have to live with each other. And I could give any fucks about, you know, pissing somebody off with some truth. But I like I'd like to be friends and be nice and cool. But I'm not going to stand by and let this go on. This is insane, man. So, you know, we'll let him in. We'll let him do shows, but we are not going to respect this man. We'll let him in. Look, we're not going to turn him away if he needs a meal or some medication. But no longer will we stand in the back of the room and slap our fucking knees because he has a gay accent. Demand better. Demand he tries to write a joke. Okay? No more. It's over, Ty. The days of easy sailing with your beliefs that go this way, but your voice and your awkward stance going this way. I'm confused because he says Trump and he's wearing a MAGA hat, but he's gay and looks like one of the Kardashians. You wish. Those days are over. We're not grading on a curve anymore. We're not going to fucking just give you a pass with a laughy face because you said white people. It's like, dude, that shit is like saying Target, Tarjay. Catch the fuck up. It's over with that shit. Like, what are you doing? You know? You've got to stop. You've got to be stopped. So if you see him in the streets, shake him If you have a friend like this, don't let this fucking happen. I don't know what's happened, but you guys have let him, ascend to the level of him thinking his shit doesn't stink around this comedy community. And that's insane. And I'm not trying to take his place as your new comedy king. I'd be happy to accept the nomination. No, I could give two fucks. I don't think you need a comedy king. I think everybody should just fucking be cool. But I don't like deceitful, two-faced, subversive people like this, And I really don't like it when then I dive into it and they're dumb as fuck. Like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And there's nothing worse than a dumb guy who thinks he's smart. That's just what we need. This guy on his fucking weird, twisted bully pulpit telling everybody how it is. Thank God no one is listening. And he's so short, the pulpit doesn't even help because he can't see over it. This is a tiny man. I don't think you guys understand how tiny he is. Hold on, let me show you the most hilarious. Let me scroll through the butts. Look at this. Wait, do you see this? Imagine. Look at him. It looks like she took him out of her purse for this photo. The way he talks about his dog looks like how she talks about him in this photo. Look at him next to her. And he looks just so excited to be there. If you crop in more, you can barely even see him. And tell me you're not on something. I mean, look at your eyes. You do the math. Look how. Nah, man, it looks good on you. he's like ripped. I love it. I love little meaty chihuahuas. I thought he'd be way taller. Oh, Moody, you would soar over this man. She's 6'6". I don't give a fuck. I'd look even. I think you misunderstand what I'm trying to say, Kool-Aid. What I'm saying is, he's not a man. Have you ever watched anything more childish in your life? I actually really like Thai. This has been a big misunderstanding. I think he's a nice dude with really well-founded thoughts. And no, I think it's. I don't think there's anything glib about his podcast. If there's one guy who can back it up.
The way people interact with each other, even there's the stuff on online, which I had to address, and I started to talk about that. But my thing with that was, the Dr. Emmanuel situation, I didn't actually get to watch that. I didn't get to watch the full 40.
Here he goes.
40 minutes, because that's when I was having the trouble with my car, and I knew I had to get that figured out. Plus, I had other things that I had to take care of while I was in Phoenix. And so I'm trying to take care of all the stuff I have to take care of. And I'm just like, I don't have.
You all have this friend who's always got a million excuses and panicked breath. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. How old are you? 68? Yeah, you just haven't figured it out yet? Cool. Take your time. No, you guys don't understand. I had a thing and then another thing. It's like, oh, cool, because none of us have things. This weird panicked excuse breath. Do you hear it?
time to watch a 40-minute video right now. I can't take time out of my day. And I knew that because it was on COVID, it was going to get taken down. Like, we all knew that. I don't think there's a person, unless you don't pay attention to social media, you knew that was getting taken down, so I knew that was getting taken down. So I was like, there's a good chance that I'm probably not going to be able to watch this. And I probably could have downloaded it, like using one of the apps or whatever, but I didn't want to do that. It wasn't that serious to me. I was like, I'll see it, or I'll see what I need to see about it. And so I watched the first little bit of it, and I was like, yeah, this is getting taken down. But I went ahead and watched the first couple of minutes, and then I knew everybody was going to be arguing about it, but I couldn't understand the degree to which people are arguing. And I also can't understand, like, if the video offers some people a little bit of hope and, just a little bit of hope that we're going to return.
Imagine if every time you didn't understand something, we had to stop the presses and get you. I was just like, I didn't understand, and I knew everybody would be arguing. It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Back to whatever normalcy is going to be, then why are you so willing to stomp on that? Why does that bother you so much? And I know some people will say, well, it's dangerous because some people...
And I know some people are going to attack me, and I know a lot of people are going to get mad, and I know people when they hear me, and I know what people think, and everybody comes to me all the time, and a lot of times people will say, it's like, you sound like Trump. Like, for real. Like, oh, you're just like he's dumb, but like you're just a parrot mimicking his bullshit. It's like, but with even less behind it.
Start trying to get hydrochloroquine, or it could make it hard for people that have other, because I've heard that people use that to treat lupus, malaria.
Oh, you've heard?
And then somebody else saying that there was a family member that uses it to treat something else, that it's prescribed.
Hold on. Somebody said there's a family member who uses it to treat something? Copy. Yeah, I guess you can go with it. It sounds believable enough that there's a family member that uses a drug for something. Yeah, let's run with that. Way to say nothing.
Hyped them. And so, I mean, like...
Swallowing? Do you hear him? Like, he's manic.
I understand that you think that might happen, but that's probably not the most likely. Then there's the people that worry about the idiots that'll do things like that couple that ended up eating or drinking or however they consumed the aquarium cleaner. Like, but those people are stupid, and evolution was going to take them out one way or the other. And it turns out that the wife might actually poison the husband, is what some people were saying. That's been alleged
Some people are saying. I mean, he really does sound like Trump.
Of times. So when it comes to that situation, who knows what happened there? I didn't bother looking into it because it was funny to me. Like, it was funny that she killed him, but it was funny to me that would be the way she goes about it. Here's the cure, and then she kills him. But but I didn't really look into it the way I should. But I didn't realize the way people were going to be going at each other. And so here we are on Tuesday, my car's been fixed, and I'm on my way home, and I'm seeing people and the way people are treating each other and the way people are arguing with each other and just the way people talk to each other in general. I just was like, what is going on with people? Like, what has happened?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, who are you talking to? You literally pick fights with everyone. You're a giant piece of shit. Like, you, on the one hand, you do super, super obvious, basic, shitty trolls. And on the other hand, you say shitty things to people and then go, fuck off. I don't fucking mean anything. I'm tired. It's like, you're a humongous piece of dog shit. Like, as a person. Like, when you boil it down. Like, there's no other way to spin that. Like, I don't give a fuck about most people and freely admit it. I do have a base level understanding, tolerance, and compassion for human life. You are a piece of garbage. You actively lie to hurt people and build yourself up in some maniacal fucking narcissism. You feign this intelligence, experience, this wisdom to people. Like, and by the way, it's not even good. It's like Trump. We're all laughing at you. Like, the people who are clicking on your shit and liking it feel bad for you. Ty's having another breakdown and needs a click. He needs a like, except for maybe 3 guys, who are clearly functionally retarded as well. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, everyone needs to stop sucking your dick because they've made you worse. The illness has come for you, Ty. It's come for you now. It's time to blow out the candle and let the doctors give you the yum-yum pills to take you to sleep time. We're going to try to fix you now. Close your eyes. Like, Jesus, bro. Reel it the fuck in. What do you get out of living in delusion to that level? This is unreal. When you if you played this to a psychiatrist, I think their brain would explode and they'd start prescribing themselves reality. I don't know. Your call. You fucking nut. Jesus, dude. Have you ever?
Good. And so I posted about it this morning,
Oh, you
just
did?
that it
You
kind of
posted
bummed
about
me
it?
out.
Everybody needs to treat each other. You treat everyone like garbage, fakely. Anything you do under the guise of kindness or being nice is fucking wrong and a lie. Like, you've been caught in it time and time again. Everyone knows you lie about people and block them. Everyone knows. Everyone fucking knows. This is your fucking MO. God, if we could see your block list, how long it is. You can't just wipe away truth by blocking it, you fucking insane patient. He needs help, man. But that's not an excuse to be a fucking asshole. And when it's gone on for this long, you don't get to strut around acting like comedy king. Fuck off. Not on mine.
Looking at the way that people were treating each other and the way that people were talking to each other. And I know people have an idea of me and the way that I am, but if you talk to people that know me, and I don't mean
why would anyone have a fucking symposium on you, bro? Like, imagine it. The level of psychosis inside of this man's brain. Anyway, a lot of people think this about me, but if they would just get together and talk to other people who know me, it's like, that's what we're going to do. Have a brunch where we all get together and talk about how fucking hard you are to deal with, but why it's probably not your fault. No, that's not the way the world works. People who can't interact on a level with society get tossed to the side, and you've been held in the cusps with the rest of us. Treated like an equal when you're not. You've been treated that way under false pretenses because of your weirdness and other shit. But, wake the fuck up. I can't. Look, I'm not saying don't fucking have the guy on stage. I'm not saying he's not funny. And I'm not saying he can't entertain schmucks. I'm saying comics who are laughing hard at him and bookers who are laughing hard at him should really examine what they fucking consider comedy. Like, let's really dial it in. Okay? And I'm not saying don't enjoy him or like him or book him. But, let's stop with the all cap LOLs and the laughing faces on basic shit that I've seen on Pinterest. Let's stop laughing at the memes of a madman that shouldn't not only be shared with other people, but, shredded. Whole phone. It should just be shredded. Like, enough's enough. You built this idiot. Like, you gotta help take it out a little bit. This guy sounds hot.
Like, you have to know me intimately to see this side of me or any of that kind of stuff. Like, just you talk to anybody that knows me, sees me, deals with me out in the streets or, at
Mumble Stiltskin.
the clubs or, comedy clubs, regular clubs, whatever it is. I am very polite in conversation and I'm very respectful in the way that I talk to somebody.
You are not. Unless you're hiding behind a keyboard, then you're a fucking tough man. Right? Right? Right. Behind a keyboard, you act like a fucking tough asshole. and shit on people and block them and act like the damn king. I'm gonna come out to a show you're in as soon as I can find one and just stare at you while you're on stage. Just watch the fucking wind whistle through that hole in your cheek.
Unless somebody is really disrespectful with me, then I'll say something, I'll address it. But really, like, my default position is very respectful. I mentioned this not too long ago.
Don't fall for this guy's shit. Scroll through any social media. It's all public and come to your own conclusion. But this is fucking horseshit. Like go through and watch how he manipulates people. And watch how he deletes and unfriends and shapes a conversation. Go back and watch it. You know, he shut his mouth. Look how quiet he got this week. Well, you're going to be quieter next week because you got more to listen to. We're coming up on hour 6, guys. Stay tuned.
On Facebook that, like, you know, a lot of times people think that, you know, if I see somebody that I don't like, or if I talk to somebody, or
a lot of times people think if I see somebody I don't like, what? What a weird way to say that. Like, let's hear what he was going to say. Hold on. Let's finish.
You know, end up coming in contact with somebody that I don't like, that I'm going to, like, fly off the handle or something like that. And that's not what I do. I'm not passive aggressive about it either.
Yes, you are. First of all, no one thinks you're going to fly off the handle and get aggressive about it. No one thinks that, Lil Ty. Okay? Nobody thinks that. But the way he said that, he didn't say, you know, a lot of times when I see somebody that I don't like, I don't even get aggressive. I don't even get passive aggressive. I'm just chill. He didn't say that. He said, a lot of people think when I see somebody that I don't like, it's about a lot of people thinking about him. It's a weird way to wrap everything. And he's done it like 4 times in the past minute. He's like, a lot of people think when I see somebody, it's just like, why do you think a lot of people think about you a lot? It's like it's weird, right? I'm just gonna be aggressive and get in their face. It's like no one thinks that. You're a fucking keyboard warrior, tough guy. Like everyone can tell that you're a fucking pussy. Like, please. And do it on stage. And he just said, I'm not even passive aggressive. Liar. I heard a story about you going up on stage and passive aggressive with a comic. You wouldn't name his name. You fucking go like, there's somebody in here I don't even like. And we're looking at him like all coy, you little bitch. What'd you say about Shane Gillis? Pussy. Like, who's a fucking bitch? Like, come on. Grow up. And I'm not saying fight and start a fight, but it's like you are a fucking classic keyboard tough guy, and then you run the fuck away. Because, by the way, you can't stand behind anything you say. Everything you say is fucking diluted. You sound like a fucking mumbling idiot. And we're on to you. We're coming for your gold.
I'm very chill in the way that I handle it because...
I mean, he does. I gotta admit, this whole podcast sounds chill AF.
Being in stand-up, I've always had to work around people that I didn't necessarily didn't want to have to be around, but that's just what it is. If you're on the same show with people, then...
Wrong. You can't get along with anybody because they all come to resent you. And I even know, it makes me sick. I'm not going to say these names yet, but like names commenting on your shit that like behind your back say horrible shit about you. Like... Everyone sees through it, and I hope that's cool that we all know.
You have to be on the show with them. So for me, I'm very used to that, you know, and so I am a very respectful person. So when I was watching these people just shit on each other, I was just like, what is the matter with you guys, you know? But obviously I'm not going to be the mom of Facebook.
Ask yourself why this guy has so much drama with everybody, you know? even by his own admission, like a lot of times, a lot of people have a problem. A lot of people get mad. A lot of people say this to me. People come up to me all the time and say, a lot of people wonder why. If you ever wondered why my mom, here's a little info on my background you never asked for. Like by his own admission, this guy is enveloped in drama constantly, like ongoing. This Thai guy sounds hot. I agree.
Start like telling everybody the way that they're supposed to behave, and like when it comes to my page, if you know anything.
Look at this. Here we go. His pain.
Anything about the way I do things on social media, I probably could have more hardcore fans, like the fanatics that'll like really rip into people, but that's not what I'm trying to cultivate, even though I know that that's a great way to build an army and get people to just at any cost, take care of you or whatever. But I don't want the karma that comes with that. Like when I had the situation where the guy was trying to get me taken off the shows, the shows that I was doing for, I don't know.
Gulp. You hear him gulping? He gets guilty. Now he's going to pretend he doesn't know.
I don't know if I talked about that on an episode or not, but there was this situation where they were trying to get me taken off shows, and it was an LGBT was the worst part of it. They were trying to get me taken off these shows that I was supposed to be doing, and I did one.
Like they were trying to get me taken off of these shows. Listen, I want you to hear how dumb this guy is. He's like, they were trying to get me taken off these shows I was supposed to be doing. They hired you to do comedy and then asked you not to do a certain joke. They're paying you. They can make that request. Dum-dum. You're like, they try to get me taken off the show. It's like they're the ones who hired you for the show. Liar. Idiot. Like 20 years in the business, guy doesn't, he's like, they're the ones paying me and then they wanted me to ask me to do it. Like, yeah. If you ask Mueller to do a report and want him to use Comic Sans and you're the one paying him to do the report, you got to pick the fucking typeface. Jesus criminy Christ. Like, they try to get me taken. No one's trying to get you taken off shit. They asked you not to be an incendiary piece of shit by telling a joke that you wrote to be a little shocking cunt. You know what I mean? Like, enough. Like, stop twisting everything into being like you took a stand and showed them. You liar.
Some guy got offended. He made a big deal of it. He hit up the gay social media company, whatever. And then they started trying to make a big deal and get me taken off the show and stuff like that. But at a point, I did have to call in my Facebook friends, my army, which they had my back. So I'm going to call them my army because they really did have my back. But the thing I liked the most about it, the thing I respected the most about it was not a single person that was on my side that was standing up for me. And there were a lot of them. I got a lot of engagement on that shit. That gay media company, in quotes, gay media company. Yes, I'm being insulting.
Go back and find that thread. I got to know how much. How much interaction did it get? You just can't believe anything he says. When he's telling you how it went down, you have to know that he's lying to make... And by the way, only himself. He's lying to make only himself look good, not his friends, not his group. I know it feels right now like he's complimenting his tribe, his hardcore fan. He doesn't have any hardcore fucking fans. Lies. Okay? So he's trying to make this about them, like they did great and they weren't insulting, and when they go low, he's trying to do that shit. It will circle back around to him and how that's the people he attracts, and because he puts out that energy, positivity. He doesn't like negativity and lets that shit. It's like, dude, it's all drama. Read this guy. 1 minute it's like zen, don't let the negativity in. The next minute it's like, I don't give no fucks and fuck you. Like, read him. Like, it's nuts. He bounces around like a guy who forgot where his medication was every other day. Where do we go?
That gay media company was not ready for the way my people came at them.
Do you hear the confidence? Like, he doesn't even believe that lie. That gay media company was not ready. We came at them so hard. We got them so good. They could not believe the terror that befell them. Oh, man, they were not ready for it. You fucking liar.
And like I said, the best part was nothing homophobic was said. No personal attacks happened. All that happened was a bunch of people came on and was like, hey, Thai Rivera is a great stand-up comic. He's great for LGBT. And that's the other thing. Like, people don't get. People like me really do help.
You don't get it, Ty. They're paying you. They can make a request about the content coming out of your dumb mouth. No one's trying to tell you can't write that joke. No one's trying to tell you can't do that joke at a comedy club where you're getting paid to do a spot. What the fuck? That was terrifying. I'm really high. You're being paid for like a corporate thing, and you were told and asked not to do something, and you blew it up to make yourself seem like a white knight. You like drama. You cause drama. And that's why I don't know why people put up with your shit. Like, you're not good. You're not good enough to put up with any of this. I'm sorry. Like, next, we have comics with an actual point of view who are gay. So we don't need you in here just causing shit and lying about everybody. Now he leaves this gig and he just lies about them all. You know, he lies about comics he works with. He spreads all these fucking lies. And you guys all suck his dick and kiss his ass. You know, but the minute you do a gig with him and leave him, he'll be lying about you, telling fucking lies. You know, like, I don't even know the dude, and he's lying about me. Like, this is crazy, dude. So yeah. Have I done 10 hours of content or more about him over the past week? Yeah, I have. You know why? I'm making money off it. I get paid to do this. So fuck him. Super, super hard. Take out his biggest dildo, you know? Use his dog. See if I give a shit. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, none of this is real. You know, we're a real silly joke podcast, but enough running around acting like this guy's something. Like, this is insane.
Help out a lot when it comes to LGBT and helping people get more familiar. I had somebody hit me up just yesterday, somebody that was involved with that show.
See, I told you he was going to bring, you know, here's the way I help the cause. It's like, this guy's, you know, doing damage, if anything else. If people ask me if I like gay people, I'd be like, yeah, sure. And then they introduce me to Thai, I'd be like, ah. I feel like I'm getting stung by something. But I took my flashlight out and, like, searched my floor. I have, like, the same color carpet that a scorpion would be in this room, so terrifying when you're high. When you're Thai, when you're tying.
Joe technically hit me up just yesterday when I was on my way from Phoenix to Vegas, and they hit me up
So
and
he recorded this a week ago and waited to put it out. Why?
they asked me if it was okay for them to buy their trans friend perfume for her birthday. And I was like, as long as she's transitioning from male to female, that's perfectly acceptable. Like, you treat your trans friends like you would treat anybody that was born that particular gender. That's the rule of thumb for how you would treat your trans friends. If anybody at home is wondering either, you know what I mean?
We're not.
Like, this is also a quick little tip for you. You know, if your friend is transitioning from female to male, so from going from girl to boy, then you would give him whatever it is you would buy for a man. You know, if it's a tie, you would buy a man, or cologne. I'm going to tell you guys, when it comes to me, give me a gift card. When it comes to my birthday, gift card works. Because in other cases, people buy me a bunch of shit I don't need. I tell my family
that is not true. People don't buy him stuff. I just actually got a gift card from Shelly was a $100 Apple gift card from Shelly M. I wonder if that's Shelly Miscavige. Do you guys get that reference? Shelly M. $100 Apple gift card. Thank you. Put that in the wallet. Oh, man. What if I get a whole iMac just making fun of... How mad would he get? Hit the like. Hit the subs. Get that overdose. Get yourself some merch. We're trying to build an iMac and get rid of Thai. Only $2,100 more until we get rid of Thai, everybody. Can we do it? Send in your donations to melt Thai down.
Years ago, my whole family, don't buy me anything. One year I told my family, I was like, if you want to do something for me, pay a bill for yourself. Just pick one of your bills that you want to pay some extra for. Because that to me is a better gift than you actually giving me something that I'm just going to throw in a corner and not use anyway. And I'm not trying to be mean about anything, but I have what I need.
Like, you know how people always go like, look, I'm not trying to be racist. That's what he does with being mean or selfish. Or like, this is what I'm saying. He's like, I'm not trying to be mean. It's like all he does is try to be mean. Don't let this guy fool you. He's a bad, bad man. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome. We're all over on Twitch. We're not paying attention to comments on Facebook or anything. So I don't know if anybody's over there chatting. But we're over on Twitch. That's where the majority of people are. Feel free to head on over to nobodylikesonions.com/watch or twitch.tv. Our Twitch username is nobodylikesonions, all one name. We'd love to have you. Come on over to the Twitch, and join in the chat room and stuff. We're all making fun of a guy named Thai Rivera. He's a tiny trans Asian man who's just started to do stand-up comedy and doesn't understand that you have to have punchlines after the setups. You can't just make an observation about something in the human zeitgeist like masks and then go, "Meh." And that's not, he doesn't understand that's not a bit. But yeah, he films that and puts it on Facebook. It's a whole long story. You'll catch up. He's really bad at comedy. You'll get it.
I used to always want to buy my dad gifts and my mom, and not anything extravagant, but I always wanted to do something for them for their birthdays or for, Father's Day, Mother's Day, that kind of stuff. And they both would tell me all the time.
Because I've always wanted, a 68-year-old man is like, I've always wanted to do something for my parents. Yeah, TikTok, motherfucker. What are they, 108? Like, yeah, I've always, I better.
We have everything we need. And now,
like, I'm so glad I gave my mom that fucking macaroni hand turn. This is it. You wonder why he's got that hole in his cheek. That's how he carries his bindle. Just sticks the whole stick in his cheek. It's fucking disgusting. And I'm in love with it. Keep going. Try Rivera.
Adult. So really, I have everything that I need. I don't need a bunch of.
Do you hear a man like going like, "Look, I'm fine." It's me. It's literally me. Every podcast we're like, "Look, guys, I had a little bit of a snap, but I'm cool now." Yeah, I'm clearly not. I'm doing. We're in hour 6 now, rolling over into hour 6 now of talking about Thai today. And we've got a third of his podcast left to go. Look at this fucking meter. Imagine. I really need some more subs here, guys. You're slipping. I don't come on Twitch for this bitch shit. It's free. You link up your Amazon Prime. You get it clicking, man. And if you're watching over on Facebook, I might cut that feed. Quit being a little bitch. Get over here on Twitch. Quit being a little bitch. Get over here on Twitch. Guys, we've got Adam Dominguez coming in 20 minutes in the studio. You're going to be so excited. Ooh, sorry. You want to hear the rest of this show? Then join the NLO Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. $10 a month. You get access to bonus shows, bonus content, after shows, and more. Just like this one. If you were enjoying this show, we're sorry, but I'm cutting it off, pulling the plug. You're out of here. If you want to hear more and hear the rest of this show, join the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Support the show and get it all instantly. Access at your fingertips, the entire show archive, and much, much more. Thank you. We love you. And take care of your mom, especially during this COVID time of ours. You're all precious children. Never forget it.